Alright guys, so I'm in the garage. I've just got the washing machine on. If you hear some noise in the background, but I'm just melting down this tallow that I've already made in a previous video, and you can see it's in the chunks. So I just want to melt that down and then put it in like a taller, maybe glass container or something like that. We'll have a think. Just to see if there's any water content in it. So the water will go to the bottom and the liquid tallow to the top, just to double check. And then we're going to have a look at making some body butter, some moisturising cream, something like that, and test it out and see what we get. So check it out. Alright, I'm in the kitchen now, and I'll show you the melted tallow. So I'll just put it in the slow cooker. It's a lovely sort of orangey colour. It's from organic beef fat. I'm going to put it into this jar and see what we've got on the scales, and this is where it's going into. I'm going to make a balm in the smaller jar, and then like a body butter, a whipped body butter in the larger jar. I'm going to use some lavender essential oil, and it's going to be a present for my my partner for a Valentine's Day. I don't know if she'll appreciate it or not. So I guess everyone has their own preferences on skincare and cosmetics, but we'll give it a try. You never know. All right, check it out. Okay, so tear the scales. Look at that colour. That is amazing, that colour. So that's all pure organic beef fat, and the scales are reading 459 grams, and I've seen that you can do it's like a 4:1 ratio with to make it into the balm. You need to add in like a liquid oil. So I've got here already an organic cold pressed olive oil. Now the cold pressed part is incredibly important because olive oil can be extracted using chemicals, hexane or something like that. It's like the olive mash that they add a chemical to and can further extract the oil for lower grade oils. So always get it cold extracted. That's really important, and of course sticking with organic because we've got the organic beef fat, and that's the best way to be cutting out those pesticides and fertilizers, so you're not putting that on your skin or into your body. So I'm going to measure out 4:1 ratio, so a quarter of the olive oil, a quarter of 457, 458. Probably a bit low on battery. They tend to count down when they're low on battery, and then we'll add in some essential oils, so about 1% olive oil, essential oil. A quarter of it's going to be olive oil. Have a look. So 60s, 1530s, so we'll call it 460. And so it's 130 is a 115, I mean, is quarter. So we'll tear it off and add in the olive oil. So 130 grams or milliliters, doesn't really matter, it's the same, it comes out as the same measurement. Taking a while. 65, 70. 115 exactly. I'd forgotten I was going for 130. So that's going to be 460, 575 altogether. It's not going to be, well, put in some lavender. I'll do 50 drops and just see how that is. Didn't register on the scales, and then I'll give it a good mix. It smells nice. It smells really nice. So we'll just turn the scales off. Now I'll make the balm right now. You need to do it when it's in a liquid form. I'm just giving it a really, really good mix. Make sure everything's properly incorporated. I have been able to see that there's no excess water in the tallow, so that's really good. And you would see it at the bottom. It would be a clear layer, and there's nothing. It is the initial refining process works fine. Right, check it out. So we'll pour our balm, and then we're going to make the butter. Okay, so just up to the first lip. And we just need to leave that and let it set. Now, to make the body butter, I'm going to put this into a mixing bowl. Wow, it looks amazing the way it pours, especially with the olive oil incorporated. Looks like a proper healthcare product, that. Take every last bit out because I've worked hard to make that. Then you need to wait for this to set, so I'm going to put it into the mixer, and hopefully this will be a nice easy way of doing it. My partner's mixer. We're going to wait for that to set, and then we're going to come back and whip it up. Yeah, here's the attachment. And then once it's whipped up, we can put it into this larger container. And it's interesting, I hadn't heard anyone sort of saying this or anything, but I've looked it up, and it does say that just at room temperature, the tallow will store for up to a year. And other sites saying that, you know, like Wikipedia saying 9 months is optimum. So it lasts for a very long time, which has really surprised me. You know, I thought you'd have to keep it in a fridge and it would last a month, but no, room temperature, it will last up to easily 9 months. So yeah, quite fancy giving some of this a try myself, so I'll have to see if I can steal a little bit back after I've given it to her for a Valentine's Day. What do you think? So this balm's going to dry solid and set hard, and then the body butter, that's going to be whipped and creamy, and it'll be really light to use. So hopefully we've got enough for this jar. I've got absolutely no ideas of quantities, never done anything like this before, but it's all turning out rather well. So join me when that's set, and we're going to make the body balm butter stuff. Alright guys, so it's solidified now, and let's make the body butter. So nice and solid, quite soft actually still. Oh, it smells so good. This is the Kenwood mixer, so I'll just put you on a tripod. So I need 2 hands to So yeah, let's just see how it goes then. Put it on max. Don't know if it needs to solidify a bit more. Yeah, I can see the air going in there. Okay, we'll wind that down to a stop and then I'll just use a spatula and mix the sides in and then do it again for another minute and see what we end up with. Oh yeah, there's stuff around the, don't know if you can see it. There's stuff around the base of the bowl anyway that hasn't blended up at all. God, it looks amazing. It's really interesting, gosh. Looks really soft and melty. It's going to be very interesting to try some of this out. Okay. I'll get a spoon. We're going to start it up again. Oh yeah, it's whipping up a lot more now. Okay, wow, that looks really whipped. There's a sander, someone sanding in the hallway, and the washing machine's on just there as well, so I'm surrounded by noise. But God, it's looking amazing. I'm going to put it into its container now and see if I've got any left over for myself. I'm going to use a spoon to begin with, just so I don't get it around the top edges and outside of it. Looks amazing. That. It's incredibly fluffy and soft. Press it down a bit. I'd imagine if I want it to be super neat, I'd put it in a piping bag and pipe it in. So that's looking pretty good, and I've just got some little bits on the outside there, but otherwise this is what we're looking at. And I'm pretty pleased with that. I've got another there we go. Pretty pleased with that. I've got another container somewhere I can put in some for myself, and I want to try some on my face, because you can see I've got quite red skin just around that area. Always have done. There we go. There's the body butter. And that's just ready to roll actually, but the balm is still drying, so that was poured in sort of liquid form, so I'll see if that's setting yet or not. I'll put it in the garage where it's a bit cooler. You can see it's going a whiter colour, and the top is looking like it's set, but it needs a bit longer to go. So we've got a balm and we've got a butter, and I'll show you what we've got left over. So there's loads, and it's a reasonably large size container, but look, so loads left over to try on my face. And I've got another one of these pots somewhere that I'll make for myself. So the sanding noise in the background, but let me know if this was interesting, if you would try these products, and any thoughts in the comments, because it's brand new to me, and I'd like to learn a bit more about some of this stuff.